So, something really big is happening in the Indian state of Karnataka. They've just rolled out a brand new game plan that could seriously reshape the future of global business. We're talking about their 2024 Global Capability Center policy, and it's basically a blueprint for becoming the world's go-to innovation engine.
So, here's what we're going to cover in this explainer. We'll kick things off by looking at why Karnataka is already such a powerhouse. Then, we'll dive into their new, super ambitious game plan and the big moves they're making. After that, we'll check out their strategy to grow beyond their capital city, and finally, we'll break down what this all means for you.
All right, first things first. To really get what's going on, you have to understand just how dominant Karnataka already is when it comes to these global capability centers, or as everyone calls them, GCCs.
I mean, right now, the state is home to more than 875 of these GCC units. Just think about that for a second. That is an incredible concentration of global corporate power, all humming away in one state.
And it's the people who make it happen, right? Well, Karnataka commands a whopping 35% of India's entire talent pool for this sector. That makes it, without a doubt, the nation's brain trust for GCCs.
And you guessed it, all of that talent and all of those companies translate into some serious cash. The GCC market size in Karnataka is already clocking in at over $22 billion.
Okay, so what are we talking about when we say GCC? You've got to forget that old idea of a simple back office. Think of it more like the strategic brain and the high-powered engine of a huge global company. It's handling everything from cutting-edge R&D to finance, all from one central hub in India.
And you know, GCCs didn't just pop up overnight looking like this. This slide really shows their evolution. They started out doing pretty basic back-office work, but then they quickly started climbing the value chain, becoming centers for R&D and innovation. And today? Well, today they are full-on innovation hubs, using things like AI and machine learning to drive a company's entire global strategy.
So now that we're all on the same page about what a giant Karnataka already is, let's get to the main event, the state's bold new policy and the seriously ambitious targets they've set. This policy is basically Karnataka planting its flag. They're not just trying to maintain their lead, they're going on the offense, trying to widen that lead and pull in the next big wave of global investment and cutting-edge tech.
And they are not shy about their goals. Let's look at the numbers. First up, they're aiming to attract 500 new GCCs. That would push the total number in the state to well over 1,000 by 2029.
Second, and this is absolutely massive for the local economy, the plan is to help create 3.5 lakh, that's 350,000, new high-value jobs in this growing ecosystem.
And the third goal, and this is the real moonshot, is to more than double the economic output from GCCs to a staggering $50 billion by 2029. And you can really hear that ambition coming straight from the top. As the chief minister put it, the vision is crystal clear. They want the name Karnataka to be synonymous with excellence for GCCs all around the world.
So, you're probably asking, okay, great goals, but how are they actually going to pull this off? Well, let's dig into the key strategic moves, what the policy itself calls its marquee announcements.
You can see their strategy is really a four-part attack. First, they're building out the infrastructure with new global innovation districts. Second, they're future-proofing the talent by creating a new center of excellence focused on AI. And third, they're making it way easier to do business by setting up a special support unit for fast-track approvals and a high-level council to guide investment. Now, this next part might just be the smartest piece of the whole puzzle. It's this deliberate plan to decentralize all this growth, to push beyond the capital city and create brand new tech hubs all across the state.
And the thinking here is brilliant. Instead of putting all their eggs in one giant basket, the Beyond Bengaluru initiative is all about creating a whole network of specialized innovation clusters. It spreads the opportunity and builds a much more resilient, diverse economy.
And this isn't just some vague idea either. The policy gets very specific. It's identified these key emerging cities and clusters across the state as the next strategic destinations for GCC growth, and each one was picked for its own unique strengths.
And to make sure that moving beyond Bengaluru is a complete no-brainer, the policy is backing it up with a really powerful package of financial incentives. I mean, look at this. We're talking about getting up to half your rent paid for the first year, getting help with employee costs, and even a 100% exemption on electricity duty for 5 years. These aren't small perks. They're designed to seriously slash the cost of setting up shop.
All right, let's bring it all home. In our final section, let's talk about the bottom line. What does this new policy actually mean for global business leaders and potential investors?
Well, if you're looking at this from a business perspective, the message is loud and clear. What you're getting is a government that is all in. You're getting a huge financial leg up that cuts your costs. You're getting less red tape and faster approvals. And you're getting access to a world-class talent pool that's being trained for the future of tech. In short, they're systematically taking away all the biggest headaches that come with global expansion.
In the end, this policy is so much more than just a list of incentives. It's a bold statement about the future, and it leaves us with one massive question. Are we watching the moment Karnataka transforms from being just India's innovation capital into becoming the world's undisputed premier innovation hub for the entire next decade? The pieces are certainly being put in place.